Here are the inspiring words of Jack Ma during one of his most memorable speeches. Let me share a truth that might surprise you. In the early years of my life, I failed at almost everything I tried. I faced so many rejections that I lost count. I failed my university entrance exams 3 times. And even after I finally graduated, I encountered constant rejection when looking for jobs. At KFC, for instance, out of 24 candidates, I was the only one rejected. But something inside me shifted. I stopped seeing these no's as the end of the road and started seeing them as stepping stones. Each rejection became a tough teacher, teaching me patience, resilience, and the courage to keep trying. These challenges shaped the person I am today. Without those failures, Alibaba might not even exist. It was in those most difficult moments that I learned an essential truth. Success doesn't come from avoiding mistakes, but from learning from them and growing stronger with each setback. Every rejection taught me the importance of turning adversity into opportunity, of converting no's into fuel to keep moving forward. When it felt like the world was against me, I asked myself a simple question. If not now, when? If not me, who? That mindset pushed me forward, even when no one believed in me or my ideas. At the time, many people said the concept of e-commerce in China was impossible. But I saw the future in the possibilities of the digital world. I didn't need anyone's approval to believe in my vision. Every no I heard was like the roots of a tree. The deeper they grew, the stronger the tree became. Those failures weren't just stumbles. They prepared me, day by day, to build something that seemed impossible. I learned that growth requires making mistakes, learning from them, and moving forward. Many people are captivated by stories of success, believing that great achievements follow a straight, obstacle-free path. What few realize, however, is that the most valuable lessons come from mistakes and failures. Every setback taught me something new, something far deeper than any victory ever could. Each mistake served as a guide, revealing unexplored paths and highlighting the essence of building something truly meaningful. From the very beginning of Alibaba, failure was a constant. We faced structural issues, a lack of resources, and nearly universal skepticism. But these barriers became lessons in the true meaning of entrepreneurship. Falling, getting back up, recalibrating, and persevering. It wasn't success that led us forward. It was the tough lessons that made the impossible achievable. Every challenge increased our ability to adapt, proving that failure isn't an enemy, it's a powerful ally. I learned that mistakes are stepping stones that elevate us. Failure taught me that true learning comes from errors, and that the secret lies in using every setback as an opportunity to adjust course. In business, the path is never a straight line. You have to embrace your mistakes because they lead you to places you never imagined you could reach. The road to success has never been a straight line. For me, it's more like a spiral, where each turn brings not only new challenges, but also a deeper level of understanding and readiness. This constant learning shaped not only Alibaba, but also who I am. It wasn't just about building a successful company. It was about absorbing every lesson from every mistake to create something much bigger. From the start, failure and learning weren't just temporary obstacles. They became a strategy, a mindset that made the journey more meaningful and growth inevitable. These moments of learning didn't just drive Alibaba's growth. They formed the foundation of a culture built on innovation and resilience. Success stories may inspire, but it's the stories of learning that build the character and determination necessary to push forward, no matter the obstacles. When I started Alibaba, almost no one believed in the vision I had for the future. At the time, most people, even in my own country, dismissed the idea of e-commerce as unrealistic. The internet was seen as a passing trend, something destined to fade away. But where others saw uncertainty, I saw potential. While many clung to what was familiar and comfortable, I felt an undeniable urge to create something new. I learned that the difference between success and failure lies in persistence. With every step, new challenges arose, and often, we faced more problems than solutions. Yet giving up was never an option. Persistence became a necessity. the force that set us apart from those who abandoned their journeys when faced with difficulties. In Alibaba's early days, rejection was a constant. Investors laughed at our ideas, large companies dismissed our business model, and many tried to convince me to quit. Still, something deep within me urged me to keep going. I knew the path would be difficult, but I also knew persistence would be our greatest ally. Over time, resilience became our defining trait. We turned every obstacle into a stepping stone to move forward. Looking back, I see Alibaba as living proof of what persistence can achieve. It wasn't just about sticking to the path. It was about believing that if we remained steadfast, every effort would eventually pay off. This conviction gave us a solid foundation, not just of hope, but of an unshakable decision to build something meaningful, no matter the adversity. Persistence is more than simply pressing on. It's understanding that every small effort contributes to a much larger vision. This mindset became Alibaba's greatest strength. While many gave up at the first sign of failure, we learned to stay resilient and adaptable. For us, persistence was the fine line between trying and achieving, between dreaming and transforming that dream into reality. One of my favorite quotes comes from the movie Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That simple phrase holds a depth that has always inspired me. Like Forrest, I learned to approach life with humility and resilience, moving forward even when the path wasn't clear. Like him, I understood that life is unpredictable and that sometimes the only way to succeed is to keep running, one step at a time. There were moments when challenges seemed insurmountable, but I held on to the belief that with persistence and a simple dream, something good would eventually happen. I didn't know what the future held, nor did I have all the answers, but this approach, taking one step at a time, helped me uncover unexpected opportunities. In the end, those opportunities shaped what Alibaba would become. The world around us often values rigid plans and a sense of control, but life, especially in business, rarely follows predictable patterns. This mindset reminds us that overcomplicating things can sometimes be the greatest obstacle. The simplicity of thinking clearly, like Forrest Gump, offers a valuable lesson. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or the ideal plan. In many cases, the best choice is simply to start, even if you don't know exactly where the road will lead. In Alibaba's early days, we had no money, no technology, and no clearly defined direction. But we had dreams and an unshakable faith that something good could come from our actions. Like Forrest kept running, we kept moving forward, step by step, building our vision incrementally. Today, when I speak with young entrepreneurs, I often share this philosophy. Even if you can't predict what the future holds, keeping an open mind and moving forward can lead to extraordinary results. Life, after all, is like a box of chocolates. The best surprises often come from the most unexpected places. I firmly believe that wherever there are complaints, there are also opportunities. Every time someone expressed dissatisfaction with a service or product, I saw it as an invitation to innovate. It may sound unusual, but complaints became one of my greatest sources of inspiration. Problems, after all, are catalysts for change. Whenever I heard a complaint, I thought, this is something we can improve, something we can solve. This perspective turned frustrations into starting points for new ideas, establishing a fundamental principle at Alibaba, viewing complaints as a roadmap to market needs. From the very beginning, I encouraged my team to see complaints as a compass, helping us uncover what truly mattered to our customers. While many companies dismiss complaints as mere inconveniences, we viewed them as a goldmine of valuable feedback, revealing market gaps and hidden opportunities. This perspective set us apart, allowing us to build a purpose-driven company dedicated to solving real problems, not just satisfying shareholders or preserving the status quo. Complaints became clear signals of where we could make a meaningful impact and stand out in an overcrowded market. This mindset shaped both Alibaba's growth and our approach to innovation. Addressing complaints wasn't just about improving customer service. It became a proactive strategy to turn problems into groundbreaking ideas, new products, and higher standards of excellence. By doing so, we earned the trust of our customers, proving our ability to listen, adapt, and create effective solutions. Over time, this philosophy went beyond addressing individual issues. It became a way to exceed expectations and redefine our place in the industry. I learned that the difference between small and large businesses often lies in how they view their purpose. Small businesses are born from big dreams, driven by a desire to change something and create value. In contrast, large corporations often become fixated on metrics and KPIs, losing sight of their original mission. At Alibaba, we proved that staying focused on real human needs and turning complaints into opportunities allowed us to build a business that transcends profit, a business that truly matters. Preserving the energy and purpose of a company is, above all, about keeping alive the spark that drove it in the first place. In Alibaba's early days, we were just a small group with big ambitions. We didn't have financial resources, cutting-edge technology, or a flawless plan. What we did have was a shared dream: to empower small businesses and create opportunities for everyone through the internet. This vision was our driving force, even in the face of challenges that seemed insurmountable. This entrepreneurial mindset, agile, creative, and resilient, helped us overcome those early obstacles. Our dream was bigger than any financial metric. As Alibaba grew, I constantly reinforced the importance of thinking like a small business. Purpose-driven, humble, and determined. I like to use the metaphor that to catch a rabbit, you don't try to change the rabbit, you change yourself. For us, that meant continuous adaptation while staying true to our core values. This conviction gave us the strength to innovate, scale, and remain grounded in our purpose, no matter how big we became. By holding on to that vision and listening to the voices of our customers, even when they came as complaints, we created a company that continues to inspire and impact lives worldwide. This philosophy shaped not only Alibaba's growth, but also our approach to innovation. Addressing complaints was never just about improving customer service. It was a proactive strategy to transform challenges into innovative ideas, new products, and benchmarks of excellence. By doing so, we earned the trust of our customers and demonstrated our ability to listen, adapt, and create solutions. Over time, this mindset evolved beyond solving isolated issues to becoming a way to exceed expectations and redefine our role in the market. I've learned that the fundamental difference between small and large companies often lies in how they view their purpose. Small businesses start with big dreams, driven by a desire to change something and create value. In contrast, large corporations often focus on metrics and KPIs, sometimes losing sight of their original mission. At Alibaba, we proved that staying focused on real human needs and turning complaints into opportunities allowed us to build a business that went beyond profit. We created something meaningful. Sustaining the energy and purpose of a company is, above all, about keeping alive the spark that drove it in the first place. In Alibaba's early days, we were just a small group with big aspirations. We didn't have financial resources, advanced technology, or a perfectly crafted plan. What we did have was a shared dream: to empower small businesses and create opportunities for everyone through the internet. That ideal became our driving force, even when faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges. This entrepreneurial mindset, agile, creative, and resilient, enabled us to overcome early obstacles. Our dream was bigger than any financial metric, and as Alibaba grew, I consistently emphasized the importance of thinking like a small business. Purpose-driven, grounded, and adaptable. I often use the metaphor that if you want to catch a rabbit, you shouldn't try to change the rabbit, you should change yourself. For us, this meant constant adaptation while staying true to our core values. This conviction gave us the strength to innovate, grow, and maintain our essence, regardless of how big we became. Even during the toughest times, we stayed focused on building something that didn't exist yet. China was just beginning to explore the potential of the internet, and e-commerce was uncharted territory. There were no digital payment systems, no proper logistics infrastructure, and no supporting technology. Instead of seeing these gaps as barriers, we saw them as opportunities to create solutions. We didn't wait for perfect conditions to arise. we decided to build them ourselves. We developed our own logistics networks, payment systems, and customer service models. Every gap in the system became an invitation to innovate. We learned to turn obstacles into stepping stones that paved our way. This mindset shaped Alibaba and remains one of its most valuable lessons. Great challenges aren't reasons to give up. They're chances to create something extraordinary. This approach defined the cultural essence of Alibaba. We didn't just meet existing market demands. We went beyond them, crafting innovative solutions for needs that hadn't yet been recognized. Building what was missing allowed us to set new standards, reimagine possibilities, and in doing so, redefine the market. I've learned that being a pioneer isn't just about adapting to your surroundings. It's about being a change maker, shaping the environment, and leading the way. Each innovation was a bold step toward a vision that no one else could see at the time. Over the years, this mindset of turning challenges into opportunities became the foundation of Alibaba's philosophy. Our goal wasn't simply to create a profitable business, but to build a sustainable ecosystem. By committing to filling gaps and finding solutions, we transformed Alibaba into a global leader. More than just overcoming limitations, we expanded horizons for millions of entrepreneurs and small businesses worldwide. This effort wasn't just about solving problems. It was about envisioning the future and having the determination to make it real. That's what defines the spirit of Alibaba, the unshakable belief that if something doesn't exist, you could be the one to bring it to life. I've always believed that young people and small businesses are the heartbeat of the future. When we started Alibaba, we were just a small group of dreamers with no money, no technology, and no connections. But we had something far more valuable, the ambition to make an impact. Young people bring fresh ideas, boundless energy, and the courage to challenge the status quo. Small businesses, on the other hand, are driven by purpose, passion, and a desire to transform their communities. Together, these two forces have the power to spark profound change. Today's world offers extraordinary opportunities for young people. When I was young, the internet was a luxury and resources were scarce. Now, technology and knowledge are within everyone's reach, opening doors to innovation and creativity like never before. That's why I encourage young entrepreneurs to seize every tool available to create, experiment, and dream big. Small businesses and young entrepreneurs have the advantage of not being tied down by tradition. This freedom allows them to take risks, make mistakes, and innovate, which is the essence of true growth. I always tell young entrepreneurs that they are the visionaries of tomorrow. The challenges we face today will be overcome by those who dare to think differently, take risks, and persevere through adversity. They may not have the resources of large corporations, but they possess something even more powerful, the desire to make a difference. In today's world, you don't need to be a corporate giant to create impact. You just need a clear and determined vision. Small businesses are the backbone of the global economy. They create jobs, sustain families, and strengthen communities. When we empower these businesses, we uplift entire regions. At Alibaba, we've always been committed to supporting such initiatives, providing them with access to global markets and the tools they need to grow. We believe that by empowering small businesses, we are laying the foundation for a stronger and more sustainable future. Young entrepreneurs and small businesses embody the spirit of entrepreneurship. They remind us that true innovation doesn't come from perfect plans, but from the courage to act, fail, and try again. These are the pioneers who will shape the future, leaving a lasting impact in a world that is constantly evolving. When I look at the world around me, I see an ocean of possibilities, and I firmly believe that the future belongs to those who dare to dream and pursue those dreams with determination and courage. From the very beginning, I've always trusted in the power of a clear vision. When we founded Alibaba, I was captivated by the endless opportunities the internet and e-commerce could offer. It wasn't just about building a company. It was about transforming the way people connect, interact, and do business. However, dreaming big is only the start. The real challenge lies in staying focused on that dream and resisting the distractions that inevitably arise along the way. Success, as I've learned, requires unwavering dedication to your vision, even amidst changes and temptations that might lead you astray. During Alibaba's growth, we encountered countless situations that could have diverted us onto other paths. But I made a commitment to myself and to my team to never lose sight of our original goal. Staying true to our mission meant saying no to opportunities that, while tempting in the short term, didn't align with our long-term direction. We wanted to grow, but we wanted to grow the right way. This clarity and determination allowed us to keep our efforts aligned with our greater vision. I always tell entrepreneurs, dreaming big is essential, but without clear focus, even the best dreams can get lost. It's not about trying to do everything at once. It's about understanding exactly what you want to achieve and channeling all your energy toward that goal. At Alibaba, we learned to prioritize our actions based on our core mission, evaluating every decision and project on how it contributed to that larger purpose. Focus became our compass. When faced with new opportunities, I constantly reminded myself of our commitment to our vision. It's easy to get excited about new ideas and possibilities, but true discipline lies in staying faithful to your mission, even when the path gets tough. I firmly believe that focus is what turns an idea into reality and a small dream into something grand. It's about remaining consistent, no matter the obstacles, and keeping your eyes fixed on the horizon. Alibaba is living proof that with ambition and focus, a simple idea can transform into a global movement. We didn't achieve everything overnight. It was a long journey filled with challenges, distractions, and tough decisions. But by keeping our vision as our guide and focusing on the purpose that united us, we turned a dream into something that impacts the world. The journey to success is rarely smooth. It's filled with pain, failures, and disappointments. I faced countless rejections along the way, but instead of letting them define me, I used those experiences as fuel to move forward. Every rejection, every setback became a lesson and an opportunity for growth. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" I began to ask, "How can I use this to grow?" This mindset turned obstacles into stepping stones, giving me the strength to persist even in the most uncertain moments. Pain, when channeled positively, can be a powerful motivator. It doesn't have to break us. It can drive us further. The rejections I faced in the early days of Alibaba, especially when so many doubted our vision, were painful, but that pain fueled my determination. I worked harder, using doubt and skepticism as fuel to prove to myself and to the world that success was possible. Turning challenges into strength and resolve was essential, not only for building resilience, but also for developing the confidence to navigate a path full of uncertainties. That's the essence of turning dreams into reality. Looking back, I realized that pain was an indispensable part of my journey. Without it, I wouldn't have cultivated the persistence necessary to build Alibaba. Every setback felt like a test, a challenge to measure my determination and my ability to keep moving forward. And every time I overcame those obstacles, I grew stronger and more determined. I came to understand that pain wasn't my enemy, but my teacher. It taught me the value of inner strength and resilience. When you learn to channel pain into motivation, you gain a new perspective. Success is no longer about avoiding difficulties. It's about overcoming them. This shift in mindset is transformative because it allows you to see every obstacle as an opportunity for growth. At Alibaba, we faced countless challenges, but by transforming our pain into fuel, we turned those challenges into achievements. For every entrepreneur, pain will inevitably be part of the journey. What truly matters, however, isn't the pain itself, it's how you choose to respond to it. When you transform pain into purpose, it becomes a powerful engine driving you toward greater accomplishments. Embraced correctly, pain can become the catalyst that pushes you to achieve results that once seemed unattainable. Perseverance isn't just a personal virtue. It's a force that can create change on a much larger scale. When I reflect on Alibaba's story, I see how our commitment to perseverance transformed not only the company, but also the lives of millions of people worldwide. It was this resilience that enabled us to overcome every obstacle and build something that transcends individual success. Our mission was simple from the start: to help small businesses thrive in a digital world. However, turning that vision into reality required relentless determination to rise above challenges. It wasn't just about surviving as a company. It was about creating something with a lasting impact. Perseverance allowed us to not only grow, but to grow in a way that translated our mission into tangible benefits for others, from small business owners to everyday consumers. This is the true power of perseverance. It not only strengthens those who practice it, but also inspires others to follow suit. I've always believed that when people see others facing difficulties without giving up, they feel motivated to do the same. At Alibaba, we've cultivated a culture of resilience, where everyone understands that setbacks are inevitable but also surmountable. This mindset shaped not only our internal team, but also the entrepreneurs who use our platform. We've shown that with persistence, dreams can become reality. Through perseverance, we've encouraged others to believe in their own potential and to fight for their goals. Throughout our journey, perseverance became more than just a practice. It turned into our message to the world. We wanted to show that success isn't reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It's within reach for anyone willing to work hard, persist, and stay committed to their dreams. This message resonated far and wide, inspiring people from all walks of life to strive for something greater. Alibaba, in turn, evolved from being just a company into a symbol of what's possible when you refuse to give up. I believe perseverance is one of the most powerful forces in existence. It gives you the courage to start, the resilience to keep going, and the strength to finish. Through perseverance, we not only build businesses, but also create legacies. You are building more than a business. You're creating a legacy that can inspire people and drive positive change in the world. That's the transformative power of persistence. On my journey, failure was a constant companion. At first, it seemed natural to fear it. Every rejection and every obstacle felt like a roadblock. But over time, I realized that failure wasn't an enemy or an endpoint. Instead, it became an invaluable teacher, an essential part of growth. Each mistake revealed insights about what worked, what needed adjustment, and where improvement was possible. Rather than avoiding failure, I learned to embrace it as a necessary step toward achieving my goals. One of the most transformative lessons I've learned is that the fear of failure often blinds us to the opportunities that come with taking risks. In business, avoiding risk means avoiding growth. In the early days of Alibaba, we took risks that many called reckless, but each attempt taught us something invaluable. By accepting failure as part of the process, we refined our strategies, adapted, and kept evolving. Failure can be painful, but nothing is harder than looking back and realizing you never tried. Facing setbacks head-on builds resilience. After being rejected countless times by universities, employers, and investors, instead of feeling discouraged, I found my determination growing. Every no became an opportunity to reflect, refine my approach, and strengthen my resolve. By accepting failure as inevitable, you open yourself to innovation and become more receptive to new ideas and solutions. The true failure, I've learned, is the one that stops you from moving forward. Failure also taught me an invaluable virtue: humility. It's easy to get lost in the excitement of success, but setbacks remind us that there is always more to learn and room to grow. When you accept failure as an integral part of the journey, you become more adaptable, more willing to listen, and better prepared to face the unexpected. At Alibaba, we cultivated a culture where failure wasn't treated as a flaw, but as an opportunity for growth. This mindset allowed us to innovate, experiment, and take bold steps forward. In the end, confronting the fear of failure is what fuels progress. It's how we turned every setback into a stepping stone, every mistake into a lesson, and every fall into a new chance to achieve something greater. Persistence and resilience aren't just the foundation of success. They're what make it possible to create a lasting impact on the world. What sets apart those who only dream from those who truly achieve their goals is how they face failure. I've learned that every setback can be transformed into a stepping stone forward. Success isn't measured by the number of times you fall, but by your determination to rise after each stumble. Ultimately, it's the courage to confront failure head-on that turns dreams into reality. Take the journey of Alibaba, for instance. Our success wasn't just the result of smart strategies. It stemmed from a clear and inspiring purpose. From the beginning, our vision was to create something meaningful, a platform that empowers small businesses, strengthens communities, and drives positive change. This purpose became the compass guiding our decisions, helping us stay resilient through even the toughest moments. Working with a higher purpose gives meaning to every challenge, turning obstacles into steps towards something greater. At Alibaba, we've always prioritized people over profits. Customers come first, employees second, and shareholders third. While this approach wasn't popular with many investors initially, it proved essential in building a trustworthy and impactful business. When driven by purpose, setbacks are no longer barriers but catalysts. In the hardest times, our mission to connect communities and empower people gave us the strength to keep going. This sense of purpose transformed every obstacle into a challenge worth overcoming and every success into something deeply fulfilling. More than just a business strategy, living with purpose is a way to approach life. When we pursue something meaningful, success naturally follows. Purpose gives us resilience to persist, creativity to innovate, and strength to overcome any challenge. This mindset shaped Alibaba and redefined my perspective on life. I've learned that true fulfillment doesn't lie in what we accumulate, but in the impact we make. Looking ahead, I believe in the transformative power of individuals and businesses driven by a higher purpose. If you're building a business, advancing your career, or pursuing personal growth, remember, a clear purpose is your best compass. It sustains your journey, shapes your decisions, and helps create a legacy that truly matters. Jack Ma's journey is a powerful example of resilience and unwavering purpose. He turned rejections and hardships into fuel for progress. From being rejected by universities and jobs to facing adversity in Alibaba's early days, Jack found value in every failure, seeing them as opportunities to learn. He also emphasized the strength of a collective vision, showing how a team united by purpose can achieve extraordinary things. Jack's story challenges us to rethink our relationship with failure. By facing challenges directly and staying true to a greater purpose, he turned obstacles into foundations for building something that changed lives and industries. Now, the question is, how can you apply these principles of persistence and purpose in your own life? What dreams will you pursue despite the difficulties? Share in the comments what resonated with you most. If you ever need inspiration, revisit this content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss more transformative stories like this one. In the next video, we'll explore the biggest mistake people make when discussing the future, sharing Jack Ma's advice on turning challenges into opportunities.